Hello, this is Brad Wiseman. You're listening to Real Estate and You. We're back in the studio with Pete Heim, the infamous Pete Heim, on Cinco de Mayo. I mean, that's just amazing that you're here on Cinco de Mayo. So, yeah, he's in the studio. If you can't see him, he's got this really nice sombrero on, and it looks wonderful. In fact, I think you should wear that all the time, just so you know. Yeah, I think so. So today we're going to get you guys all caught up. It's Pete's point of view today. We're going to get you caught up on what is going on in the market. I know there's all kinds of scuttlebutt out there about interest rates and is it going to change the market? Are we in the big bubble burst? You name it, it's out there. There's all kinds of rumors. So let's start on the interest rates actually, since that's something that is a hot topic right now.
Well, I want to start off by saying today I'm Pedro. I just want to say
you're Pedro today.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And the second thing, happy birthday, Mom. My mother-in-law's
that's
birthday
cool.
today.
And my son's birthday is today on Cinco de Mayo. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're all party people.
They are. Yes, Carson is definitely a party person. He hasn't started with tequila yet.
He hasn't.
Goodness. No, thank gosh.
Well, never too young to try.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's gone. He's having a great birthday so far. He got a set of golf clubs this morning, so
nice.
He's a big golfer. He loves golfing. At 7 years old, he's got his second set of golf clubs.
That's awesome.
Because they outgrow them at that age. You know what I mean? That they get too small, too short. So let's get right in with
I'm going to get rid of the sombrero.
Yeah. That's good because it's hard to look at.
Yeah, it is.
So let's get right into interest rates.
Okay.
And obviously rates have just
it's
gone up.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to hide that.
Yeah.
They're going up.
We're not hiding it.
What are they at, 5.25% today?
5.25 today, yeah.
Okay.
And it started January 1st, it started 3.1.
Right.
So
is that where it started?
Yeah, it was at 3. I went back. I have graphics.
Okay.
It started at 3.1, and today it's 5.25. We just kind of went right through the fours.
Wow, it is. Yeah, we just flew past the fours, right?
Yeah, and we have reasons for that too. There's obvious reasons why this has happened, it blew all the projections of people out of the water, saying it's going to go to 3.7 by the end of the year. No, it's gone.
Yeah, I remember. We actually were reporting that in January.
Do you remember?
Yeah, well, I remember. Yeah. Fake news for us, huh?
Yeah, fake.
I never thought I would be part of the fake news
part
process.
Of the media now.
Now we're in. We're part of it. Oh my gosh! Maybe I should quit while I'm ahead, right? Jeez. But no, it did. It went right through it. And I'm just going to go into it. I do not think this is doom and gloom. I'm not worried about it.
Yay.
I think it's actually a good thing. The way I look at it is the market we had was not working anymore.
Yeah.
So you gotta turn things up a little bit. You gotta spice them up. Yeah. And what's going to happen now, I think, and you can tell me what your opinion is on this. I think what's going to happen, it's going to maybe get some of the buyers are going to jump out.
Yeah,
they're going to jump out of the market just the way that's just what's going to happen. So what does that do? Gives us less buyers.
Yep.
What happens then? Inventory will slowly start to creep up. Mm-hmm. Okay, when that inventory starts to creep up, what happens then? The prices start to level off, right?
Right, exactly.
And then what happens is when you keep mounting buyer, then the buyers start coming back in because they see the prices leveling off. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to see basically house prices might even start to dip. Maybe 18 months from now, 12 months from now, we'll see that.
Well, here's something odd about that. And I unfortunately don't have this graphic. I was watching a KCM video right before I came in here.
Yeah.
In fact, that's why I was a little late. David Childers, who's the KCM guy, was saying that since the 90s, whenever the interest rate would go up more than a point, home appreciation went up 8%.
Really?
Yeah, which is odd, right?
That is odd.
But the number of homes that sold went down, but it's not significant. It's not like a lot. It was a slight drop in numbers of homes that sold because of what you just said. Yeah. Some buyers are going to drop away because they have to because of their affordability.
Well, and not even like I've had a buyer right now that he's decided to back off, and he was in the up to 600 range. And that was the quality of home he liked, the size of the home he liked. That's where he had to be.
Sure.
Okay. Or that's where he wanted to be or needed to be. Well, now that same house, 2 points later, 2.25 points later, is costing him about $800 a month more, or $700 a month more, whatever it is. Because in that price range, it starts to matter.
Yeah,
it starts to matter. Mm-hmm. So he's backing off. He's going to back off a little bit. He's going to wait. He's going to see what happens. I mean, obviously, we never say wait because you can't time any market. If you have a need to buy, you buy.
Yeah.
Well,
Childers, I mean, he hates to do predictions.
Yeah. What does he say?
He's a history, stats guy. His prediction, he thinks it's going to probably level in the sixes somewhere.
That's
by the end of the year.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
And I think low sixes.
I would think.
I think low sixes, and we'll see where it goes. But just remember, everybody, interest rates does not determine the market.
That's right.
Consumer confidence is more important than interest rates.
Yeah.
When you see consumer confidence going down, that's typically not a good thing.
Well, let's give them some confidence.
Yeah. Oh, I've lots of confidence.
Here's with confidence. If you bought a house in 2005 or 2006 and had to sell it in 2009 or 2010, you got hurt.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yep.
That's the only time.
Yep.
That you would, I mean, Brad remembers this. There's other people that have been in business for a while.
I bought real estate in those times.
Yeah, sure. But no, not just that with clients. Yeah. How many people did you represent as a seller that was bringing cash to the closing?
Yeah.
To get out of their deal. I mean, I had somebody bring $60,000 just to get out of their deal as a seller.
To keep their credit.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is, I don't think that's ever happened before that. And it hasn't happened since. So people, it's still a good thing to buy.
Absolutely.
And we're not just saying that because we're realtors.
Yeah.
Because we could just look at the stats.
Yep.
I mean, it's still a good hedge against inflation, buying a house. You buy a house not just for other reasons, not just maybe just for the investment side.
It's a forced saving account.
It's a forced savings account.
Yeah.
We can just go on and on about the benefits, which we've done before.
Yeah.
So it's really, this is not a big deal.
No, it's not. You're just going to pay a little bit more interest right now.
That's right.
And actually, that little bit of more interest is pretty much the standard that's been paid for the past 30, 40 years.
Right.
We just got really, really spoiled at 3% for a long time.
We did, but guess what is offsetting that a little higher interest?
What's that?
The appreciation.
This is true.
Because it's still going to be 9%.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more still.
I don't know. I think you're going to see a little bit more stabilization this year. I really do.
Well, in 23, I think we will. But I think in 22, we're not quite double digits, but
I'm starting to see things change just a little bit. Starting to see things change.
All the different predicting people like CoreLogic and, MBA and all these other ones, they're anywhere from 3 to 9.6.
Okay.
It's a little bit all over the place.
Yeah.
So what's that tell you? Well, it's probably going to level in around 7 or 8.
Right.
Maybe.
We're not talking rates now anymore. Just so you
know.
No,
now this is appreciation rates. Yeah. Sorry.
You had me scared there for a little bit. When you said 3 to 9.6, I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't read anything that said 9.6% interest rates.
Thank you for saying that.
I just sold stuff right now when you said that. I'm like selling everything I have. By the way, the studio is now for sale. If anybody would like to purchase this,
it's lovely.
Yeah, it's really nice. Wood walls, carpet. It's really nice.
Hugo.
Yeah, right. It all comes together, one package, right? Hugo's like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't know about this.
But the higher interest rate thing, I mean, inflation's at 8.5.
Yeah.
And that's historic. So this is what the Fed's doing.
Yeah, they're going to
high inflation,
You got to bring the rates up.
Rates. Yep, you got to do it.
Got to do it.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And so I have graphics. You want to throw them up quick?
Yeah, let's just. Which one was this?
One of them was. Just throw one up. We'll see.
There we go.
Oh, okay. So there's the 3.1 that it started in January. See that interest rate? Today meant March.
March. Yeah.
Was 4.42. Now it's 5.25. Okay. Next graphic. We'll just get through this quick. Oh, and that's what that means. Your purchasing power.
Yeah.
If you look at $360,000 house. When you were at 3, you're at $1,500. Now you're at $1,900.
Well, what did I say? 440. Look at this right now. What we're on the podcast, what you can't see the graphs, and that's okay. Yeah. We're going to kind of explain it, but it says that 3% of $440,000 loan was $1,855 a month, right?
Yep.
Now look at 5%, $2,362. You see how the effect on when you're looking at the higher price ranges, it definitely makes a difference in the payment. More so, like it's somebody that had a $200,000 mortgage. So that's what my guy was talking about. He's looking at that number, going, "Oh man, if I loan $500, that now from when I was pre-qualified at 3.2, he's still pre-qualified, but at 5.25 now, he's like $600-700 over his payment."
And there was that example.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right on it.
Yep.
And remember, the interest rates follow the 10-year Treasury yield.
Yep.
Not
the Fed
rate.
Yep.
Right. So exactly. that graph shows how it just kind of hovers right above the Treasury yield.
Yep. Absolutely. So that's cool. That's a good graph too. So I just wanted to say too, did we talk about inventory at all? Inventory was at $299 today.
Yeah, well, this is still the driver, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
The low inventory.
And it was getting up there. It was up close to 320, 322, I think was the highest I saw it. And then I was like all excited. I actually posted it on Facebook and I'm, yippee, it's over 300. And then I checked it 3 days later and now it's down under 300 again.
Forget it.
But but hopefully it's going to keep doing that a little bit. Maybe it'll go 299, then back up to 330 or 340 and then come down a little bit. So I still think I still have faith that we're going to see some more inventory coming up.
I agree, because you remember the stability number, folks. Berks County, we could go 2,000.
Yeah,
and we're stable.
Yeah,
we're not stable.
No, we're not stable. No. So we're gonna keep pushing that number up, and I think there's gonna be more listings coming on the market.
I agree.
So I think it's gonna be good. So what else you got?
Things that a buyer can do with their income tax refund. You know, we didn't really. I don't think we talked about that. Everyone should have gotten their money by now.
You talking about going to Hollywood Casino?
Exactly.
So you're saying take the money and just
put it all in red.
Just put it on red. Okay, really good advice here. If you're looking for financial advice, Pete Heim is very good at this.
I actually have some friends that would do that. But anyway, don't do that, guys.
Don't do that. We're kidding. We're kidding. We're kidding.
The things you need to buy a house is a down payment and closing costs, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
You know, it might help juice up your earnest money deposit a little, which is an important factor right now. You know,
tax refund.
Yeah. Use your tax refund to juice up your earnest money. Yeah.
And sometimes those are pretty good checks.
Yeah, I mean, the average in the United States is $2,900.
Yeah,
that's average.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I know you and I've never seen that.
No, but we always owe more and more and more. It's just the way it is. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And the perks of if you can, a 20% down payment, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times you get a lower interest rate.
Right.
So you can buy, it's not a buy down. It's you put more money in.
Automatic.
Right.
Because you're less risk.
Yep. You'll pay less for your home over the long term.
Absolutely.
Right. Your offer will stand out.
That makes a big difference because the appraisal does not become as crucial when you have 20% down or 20% plus, even more. You know, that appraisal starts to be not as much of an issue. Yeah. Whereas if you're putting 5% down, it's a big factor.
Yeah, and obviously the no PMI thing, which that's a lot of money, an extra expense. You don't need
depending on your credit report too.
Yep. And remember, the average equity gain last year was $57,000.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So you're off. You're getting that gain.
Yeah. You know, just so you know, we're not saying you have to put 20% down.
No, you don't.
You can put 5% down but what we're saying is that your offer is definitely a stronger offer if you put 20% down.
Exactly.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah. So and the things to avoid if you just applied for a mortgage. So please listen to this closely.
Yeah, applied and didn't close yet, right? Oh my gosh! So you had this happen?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. What happened? When you tell somebody not to go out and buy a car,
that usually means don't go buy a car.
Right. However, you have to say large purchase.
Large purchase.
Because a boat is a large purchase.
Yes.
That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Well, it's kind of like a car, but it just goes in the water. It's very, very similar.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So large purchase.
So no large purchases.
No boats.
No boats.
Okay.
No making large deposits before speaking to your lender.
But why is that? Why deposits?
Hugo's chiming in here.
Yeah, because they're gonna want to know where it came from. It has to be paper trailed. So you gotta know. This is after you applied.
So if you
this is after you applied,
right? Correct. Okay? If you sold your lawn tractor, okay,
yeah,
and you sold it for $1,500, and the guy gives you cash, or the girl gives you cash, whoever, you put that in your bank account. The banks are looking at your bank statements from the time you apply to the time you actually settle. Yep. They're going to see that $1,500. If it didn't come from your paycheck, didn't come from somewhere, you got to tell them where it came from. Yeah. So when you do sell something, make sure you have a bill of sale.
Yeah.
If you're going to sell a tractor, you're going to sell anything at all, you need to make sure that then you can just tell the buyer, look, it's not because I want to charge you tax or anything. I just need to show the bank that I sold something, and that's where the $1,500 comes. Because if you do that and you don't have a bill of sale, that money, you're going to have to take it out because they're not going to want to see it.
Right. Well, the thing you
don't
want to
put
remember,
it in.
Though, if you do that before you apply, you still need that bill of sale to justify where it came from. However,
at least 3 months before.
But they do the bring down right before closing. Mm-hmm. This is what screws up a closing.
Yes,
because they do that last minute bring down. Oh,
absolutely.
What's that $1,500 deposit you just put in 2 days ago? See what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that could blow the deal for the moment, you know?
Yep. So, just everything you do from the time you apply to the time you close, and even 2 months before you apply, because they're going to want to see bank statements 2 months before you even apply.
Yep.
So anything you do in that period has to be explainable and has to have a paper trail.
That's it.
Okay, it has to be. You have to be able to explain it and have a paper trail. If you got a bunch of birthday money and it came out to being $600 cash and you deposit, no problem. Just you got to write a little letter saying it was my birthday and my mom and dad and everybody else gave me cash. So you just
keep it in your pocket.
Yeah, or keep it in your pocket. Yeah, best thing to do is not deposit it. You know, just keep the cash. Yeah, it's birthday money. Come on.
Also, don't co-sign.
Don't
for
co-sign.
any other deals. Don't change bank accounts.
Oh yeah, not so good.
Don't apply for new credit, obviously, and don't close any credit.
Correct. That's another one.
Closing credit actually drops your credit for like 30 days.
You can stop using a card. You can pay off a card, but don't close the card.
Exactly.
As soon as you close the card, for some reason, that puts up a red flag and it gives you your score comes down.
Yeah.
Weird, right?
Yeah, weird.
That's a weird one.
That is a weird one.
Yeah, that's a strange
I always
one.
thought that would increase your, but
me too.
anyway.
Me too. Did we go through everything already?
I'm done.
I like how he the person that's not the host can just say, "Hey, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm out of here."
Happy hour. It's
happy
Cinco de
hour.
Mayo.
That's right. It's time for some tequila, right? Holy mackerel! That was a quick show.
Do you have anything else to say?
I don't really. I think we went through everything we need to say.
Anything on your mind?
Yeah, Hugo. Any questions?
You sure?
No questions of the day.
Okay.
No. All right. Wow, that was quick.
It's always a blast.
He was late to get here, and now he's early to leave. What the heck? You are a star, aren't you? My goodness. Next thing you know, we'll be picking out the red M&Ms for him. What the hell? All right. There we go. Pete's point of view. Pete Heim. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.